The best way to get caught up on what's been going on in the world recently is to watch this video by Knowledge Breakers. In order to provide the most up-to-date information possible, it gathers the most recent news about groundbreaking innovations from a wide variety of online sources and compiles it into a single video. Before we begin, if you enjoyed watching the video, please share your thoughts by clicking the like button and writing them in the comments section below. If you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, you will be among the first people to find out when new videos are published on the channel. So let's just get started. The Seabin is powered from shore, uses a motor to create a vortex that gently pulls in floating waste from a 160-foot radius. It's basically like a floating trash can, says Chelsea Rockman, professor of ecology and evolutionary biology at the University of Toronto. Dozens of Seabins now work alongside stormwater filters in a cross-border project dubbed the Great Lakes Plastic Cleanup. People can't remove waste 24 hours a day like the devices can. Students at the University of Maine's Seabins Marine Institute are removing plastic waste from marinas across the Great Lakes region. This summer, they expect to remove the equivalent of 7,000 plastic water bottles. Microplastics have also been found in drinking water in the region, where many treatment plants are ill-equipped to filter the tiny pieces out. Seabins are deployed at 44 marinas across the Great Lakes region. The project's technology captured over 74,000 pieces of trash between 2020 and 2021. In September, a waste-collecting drone and beach-cleaning robot also joined the fleet. Human choices about how much plastic to produce, consume, and throw out are at the core of the problem. If large macroplastics end up in a certain area, for example, that can indicate communities nearby may lack easy access to disposal facilities. Or if small plastic pieces used to build other products, called pre-production pellets, or nurdles, are more common, that could indicate upstream manufacturers are improperly disposing of their trash. The Seabins are floating trash cans that collect plastic waste from the shores of the Great Lakes. They're part of an effort by researchers at the University of Toronto to reduce plastic pollution in the region's lakes and rivers. Lessons from the project are being taught to groups from Fiji to Florida. The International Trash Trap Network is working to create more trash trap cleanup strategies. Meta, the company that built Facebook is now called, introduced its latest VR headset. The Quest Pro adds a set of 5 inward-facing cameras that watch a person's face to track eye movements and facial expressions. In November 2021, Facebook will delete face recognition data extracted from images of more than 1 billion people. Real-time body language is key to Meta's ambition to have people wear virtual reality headsets to join meetings or do their jobs. Data from Meta's new headset might provide a fresh way to infer a person's interests or reactions to content. Eye tracking and facial expression privacy notices state that those images may be processed and stored on Meta servers. Meta has reported no more than 300,000 monthly active users for its flagship social VR platform. The success of the Quest Pro may depend in part on whether people will buy hardware, with novel data collecting capabilities from a company with a track record of failing to protect user data. "My concern is not that we're going to be served a bunch of ads that we hate," says Avi Barzeev, a consultant on virtual and augmented reality. Philip Nitschke's Sarco is the culmination of his 25-year campaign to demedicalize death. The Sarco uses nitrogen, a widely available gas, rather than the barbiturates used in euthanasia clinics. It does not require a physician to administer an injection or sign off on lethal drugs. Alex Nitschke is working on an algorithm that would allow people to perform a kind of psychiatric self-assessment on a computer. In theory, if a person passed this online test, the program would provide a 4-digit code to activate the sarco. Algorithms are increasingly being used to help doctors make big decisions. The rush to automate raises big questions with no easy answers. How should these algorithms be built? And who should have a say in how they're developed and used? Researchers, scholars and regulators call for caution. David Robinson's new book, Voices in the Code, is about the democratization of AI. He argues that AI can make difficult moral questions seem neutral and objective. Quantification can be a moral anesthetic, and computers make that anesthetic easier than ever. In 2007, a kidney transplant candidate told medical experts that their algorithm was biased against older people. The algorithm had been designed to allocate kidneys in a way that maximized years of life saved. Some of those kidneys could now go to older people if they were otherwise healthy. He hopes an algorithm that can carry out a psychiatric assessment will be the next step. Creating a program that can assess someone's mental health is an unsolved problem, and a controversial one. The work will be acknowledging the awfulness and arbitrariness of many of the decisions AI will be called on to make. And that's on us, not the machines. Children have a secret power that allows them to escape a learning trap that adults might often fall into. They simply cannot focus their attention. Recent research employed eye tracking technology to demonstrate that children's attention roamed all over a computer screen while attempting to perform a task. Adults immediately realized they could finish the assignment more efficiently by concentrating on certain things. An experiment with an eye tracker shows that children are slower than adults to learn which feature determines which type of creature is flurp or jallet. The researchers switched the irrelevant feature that had no bearing on what kind of creature it was from one to another. Children's brains aren't mature enough yet to focus attention in the way adults' brains are, but that may help them learn more quickly. Morphos took about 11 hours and 55 minutes to orbit its much larger companion asteroid, Didymos. Impact of the spacecraft pushed it closer to its companion and sped up its orbit by about 32 minutes. Impact displaced tons of material, creating a dramatic-looking plume of debris in the process. Scientists are still trying to figure out how impact affected asteroids' orbit. Knowing how to move an asteroid is only part of any future efforts to defend our planet. The much larger issue is knowing what hazards are out there, and knowing about them as soon as possible. NASA is working on the Near-Earth Object Surveyor mission, which would specifically look for these kinds of hazards.